We gon' burn it down. Burn it down. We gon' burn it down. Burn it down.
I killed it, it's murder. I killed it, it's murder. I killed it, it's murder. I killed it, it's murder.
I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker.
Show them. Change the station with a new shit. Show them. Change the station with a new shit. Change the station. Change the station. Change the station with a new shit. With a new shit. Change the station. Change the station. Change the station with a new shit. With a new shit.
It's murder. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker.
I killed it. I killed it. I killed it.
I killed it, it's murder.
Show them. Change the station with a new shit. Show them. Change the station with a new shit. Change the station. Change the station. Change the station with a new shit. With a new shit. Change the station. Change the station. Change the station with a new shit. With a new shit.
I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder.
Go crazy, berserker.
What's going on, guys? How you doing? Go through the chat here real quick. What's going on, Nathaniel? Zach, James, Army, John Bell, Sandy Bell, Scary Cemetery, and Pedro. I said hi to Zach, didn't I? Hi, Zach. Twice. Jared, what's up, buddy? Paul Flynn, good to see you. Benjamin Sweet. I almost called you Benjamin Sweat. I'm glad I caught that one. Troy Resloff, what's up, bud? Golf Clash Ian, good to see you guys. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. I wonder who it's from. Let's see. I actually talked with the content provider of the contents in this prior to the show starting, and he said it's okay to give out some of the information, such as his address and his name. Some of you know him as Skippy D Cat with a K. That's like Steven with a PH, and then they write down, okay, P-H-T-E-V-E-N. Okay. And he lives at 1333 No Glass Avenue, I'm not going to give out the zip code, but the city is unbreakable. So if you guys were around for the last time, Skippy D Cat, aka my homeboy James, sent me something. He got me a cool little looking shot glass, and I didn't see it, and it got caught on like the tissue paper. And damn it, that's not sharp enough. 1 second, I got a knife right behind the computer. And it shattered on the floor live, which really sucked. So in this house, I don't know if you stuck around for the credits yesterday, but we are definitely a go big or go home house. So I got my knife. And I don't want to damage the contents inside. One Thanksgiving, many, many moons ago, I said, this isn't sharp. And I ran it across my hands and almost needed stitches. Just not that smart of a guy. Oh! White powder! Someone call the FBI! Alright, so we got some Don't Mess with Texas cards. My daughter's in Texas, and even before she went, if I could choose where I was going to live, anywhere in the United States that couldn't be Ohio, Texas is where I would be. Thank you very much, Skippy D Cat. We got more. We got more. Well, someone was on vacation, thought about me. We got the Balloon Fiesta, which is green. You're not going to see it because it's green. Actually, he gave me this reality warping device. Look at that. I can disappear right in front of your eyes. Right now, my mouth is in another dimension, but my voice is still working. So he gave me the gift of invisibility. And it says on it, Balloon Fiesta. Let's see. Then we also got Elvis Presley Memphis standard playing cards. Come on, light. Fix that up. That's cool. That's very cool. Skippy D Cat went on vacation with his family. I guess knowing that I'm not unable to travel, he did the traveling for me. We got some MGM Grand cards that were actually used in Vegas. So it's I'm assuming it's a shot deck. And where shot deck comes from, the term, back in the day, at least this is what I heard, back in the day, to make sure there wasn't cheating or anything going on, they would do a deck. And when they did the deck, you know, they would use the deck, and then I guess they would take it out back and shoot it with a gun, is what I heard. I don't know. A friend told me that. I didn't look it up. Now I'm sure there's just a machine that pokes a hole through all the cards, so that way you can't reuse the same deck over and over again. And then we got, oh, that's awesome. Best for last. Look at that. Area 66. Route 66 playing cards. Can't break these. No more shot glasses for you. And, yeah, just, you know, I love to be able to just, erase myself. Look at that. That is so awesome. I wish you guys could see that. It's really cool. And we got an alien keychain. Come on, turn around, buddy. Turn around. Turn around. I know you want to look at me. I know I'm handsome and all, but there we go. No, not me. Must be a female alien. Finds me adorable. That's cool. And now I think I only see one more thing, but I'm so scared of something falling out of this package. Make sure. Okay, that's it. And I got a shirt, which would never fit me in a million years, but that's awesome because Well, maybe one day it will. It says, someone went to Vegas, and all I got was this lousy t-shirt, but it's definitely not lousy. I love it. Maybe I could lose a few pounds and get back down to an extra large. Thank you, Skippity Cat. You absolutely, positively rock. I appreciate it. And for those of you who may or may not know, Skippy the Cat is James, Fun and James. Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm just blown away that while you're on vacation with your family, you would think, you know, of me and pick up a few things. It means a lot. And yes, everything is unbreakable. Thank you so much, James. Let's get some frickin' Van Damme fires going for him. What an awesome, awesome guy. Especially after I broke that shot glass he got me that looked really cool when I was cleaning it up. But you guys came in here. I look XL. Who was it? Freddie or Frank? One of those two sent me a Chip t-shirt that, you know, I still got to lose a little bit more weight to watch. I'm a pretty big guy. When I was 16, I was 180 pounds with a six-pack, and, you know, I'm not trying to brag because obviously I'm not that now. I was an extra large back then. I heard that there's no such thing as big boned, but yeah, if I were to lose all the weight and be whatever the doctors would consider, well, not what the doctors would consider healthy, but what, like, you know, like a magazine would consider healthy of a guy, I'd probably be an XL. But anyway, we spent a lot of time on this because this was very important to me, near and dear to my heart. A big, big thank you, James. If anyone else out there, all you guys in the chat said hi and I missed it, I'm so sorry, but I definitely want to get this started. So, yeah, you know, it's awesome. Let's begin. Hello to everyone who joined in the middle of opening up the... I don't like to call it fan mail because I don't view you guys as fans. You can't have a family and say it's fans, you know? So just you guys being awesome and, you know, giving me way more than I deserve. So, let us begin. Poll number 1. I can't thank you enough, James. I feel like I shouldn't be moving on from that. I really am in awe, you know, of all these awesome gifts you got me. I'm going to show them off to all my friends and family. You know, I'm not going to use any of them. I might even just start a deck of cards collection. So, some people that I know I didn't say hi to. What's up, Geodeist? Fatah, Darren, Randy with the $2. We got the T-Box. Oh, let me say it 1 second. I'm sorry. Cam, I always think I'm screwing up your last name, so I'm just going to call you Cam. I hope that's cool. What's going on, Cam? Good to see you, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
But Randy Stibb with the $2. I'm going to definitely light up some fireworks for that one. Can we give him some love in the chat? Oh my God, I almost let go of that halfway up because it didn't register.
Perfect shot.
Whew, hopefully it's worth it. We got a new member, Brandon Dellinger, I believe I said it. Thank you so much, Brandon. Appreciate you, bro. Let's do this in order. Randy Stibb, thank you so much. We got some Van Damme booms coming at you. Appreciate you. And we're going to, we're gonna burn it down. Thank you so much, Randy. And new member, welcome, Brandon Dillinger. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, both of you guys. It means a lot to me. And membership also is awesome. You know, it's a reoccurring, I believe it's $4.99.
Perfect shot.
to become a member, and you know, you get the emojis and stuff, but I definitely want to think of something more. YouTube has some guidelines. Oh, I forgot about Van Dam there. And we're also going to give him, Brandon, the koala walking away. All right. Let's see. I know this ain't max, so I'm just going to adjust. Gosh darn it. Little underpower. Hopefully this doesn't kill me. Okay, easy chip. I hate being between clubs like that. I got to remember, not full top spin, only 1 or 2 bars, because I'd rather use the sniper closer to the full distance. What's going on, Yo Daddy Pat? Annabelle, good to see you. Joe Cook, Jameer, what's going on, buddy? I seen someone, Helios, I think, posted his score. Albert, what's going on, buddy? Thank you so much, man. What kind words to say, Albert? Darren Rogers.
Perfect shot.
James White, what's going on? I don't know if I said hi to Michael Griffin or not. Alan Rayner. All right, let's see if we can't get this to go in the hizzy. Go to your home. Also, just on playing some Tour 8 with this account, you may or may not have noticed, I was able to upgrade out of the Skewer 8 and into the Rapier 3. They're probably about equal clubs, but I think the Skewer is a tad bit better, but I love the all the top spin. So I'll definitely take that. What's going on, Fatah? And I think I caught up. Let me scroll back down. Helios is in the house. Every time I say Helios' name, he shows up. So, you know, if I'm ever playing and I notice Helios ain't here, I'm just going to be like, Helios. Must make his ears ring. What's going on? Joe Cook, good to see you. Jameer. Wow, I'm way out of it now. I already read Jameer's. My bad. Johnny Faith. What's going on, buddy?
Perfect shot.
Ooh, I wish that would have went in for him. Because we're not playing against each other in a tournament. Good game and good luck. Let us continue on. My notes right up here so they're nice and close where I can see them. We need to switch out to the Guardian and the Saturn. I think we have the Saturn, but the Guardian. I wish I would have had my chests filled with the Tour 8. It sucks to get Tour 6 chests when you're working on Tour 8. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Herb? Hole number 2. What's going on, Gordon? Good to see you. Bo Beardington, how are you, brother? Okay, then. We are going up the left side because it's the safest shot. 2 top spin, 2 left spin, and a tiny bit of overpowered. The Wind's blowing a little bit to the right side. We're able to hit it
Perfect
perfect.
shot.
I still feel like I should have twisted the screen and stuff. I'm always nervous when I eyeball it now. And that was close, but at least we're on the fairway. A little less overpower, I'm guessing. Yes, Albert. I used to be the player that would never change his clubs. And I just went by the assumption of myself. I'm like, well, these are the clubs I play best with. So I'm not going to play with clubs that I don't know that well. That's what made the most sense to me. However, the more tournaments I played, the more experience that I gained. Some fairways require insane amounts of topspin. Some par 3s require insane amount of backspin. Some of your wood shots need backspin.
Perfect shot.
A lot of backspin, more than what a sniper maxed out could give you. Same with the long iron and everything. Sometimes you are in danger of going in the rough off your drive, but you're not in danger of going into the rough when you're closer to the hole. So in that case, it makes sense to bring a Spitfire and an Amazon. All right, so we're right in the middle. Ish. Middle-ish. Hey!
Perfect
Aki,
shot.
what are you doing? Bam! I'll take that. Was not expecting it. Whoo! Wow! Uh-oh, Army says lost the stream. I hope you guys, everything looks good on my end. I did max adjustment because I put the full backspin on there. Although me and James were talking earlier, we wanted to save those shots for the weekend. I will take that. I need like an opposite sound than the horn from, what you call it, from Price is Right. Whew, that felt good. All right. Hole 3 is a quarterback hole, so we'll switch that driver out. And, yeah, we're going to need the sniper back in eventually anyway. Instead of going with the Kingmaker, though, I'm going to go with the Katana. Ooh, that felt good. I hope I can do that again. I'm not really a big one. You know, Jesse and Tommy and James, I see them do it all the time. Like, you know, they know which square to aim at and everything else. I'm not trying to be rude to leave anyone else out. I'm sure a lot of other people, you know, as well can do it. But, you know, I watch them and, you know, at the drop of a hat, they're like, oh, okay. Yeah, we're going to use our long iron here and chip this one in. Let's see. 4 backspin, which is the max this has. Red ring just touching. Now I'm going to make my adjustment of 7. Quickly, I don't want to give this back. And I hit it great on the
Great
left.
shot.
I was thinking about going 6 rings, so if this doesn't hit the rough, which it did, yeah, not the way I wanted to follow that up. If I would have hit it great on the right-hand side, I would have been good. Rowe. I wonder if this is Thomas Rowe. Hey, Bobby. Thanks for joining us, buddy. What's going on, Michael Lightbody? Thank you very much. Mike Mandel. I'm doing great.
Great shot.
Yeah, I over-adjusted on that one, unfortunately.
Nice on.
All right. So, I'm glad I got this club in because I do love all the top spin that comes with it. However, it looks like the texture of the fairway isn't going to let my ball roll as much as it usually would. And hitting it
Great
great is
shot.
never a good sign.
Birdie.
Okay, so no mistakes today allowed, huh? Wow. Oh, man, we got to come up with a name for that guy. Yeah, this is Mike. This is definitely a hole-in-one type hole. If you get your, it's very technical. But if you do play it technically right, it's good. Oh, Gordon, man, I think that the Rapier is a down in one. It is after that, isn't it? My my measurements weren't. What do you call it? La Chiraca Loco. I can't tell if you're joking around or if you're truly a douchebag. So please tone it down a little bit, just because I'm not sure. So far, it looks like you're a douche. You know, these people come in looking for attention. It's like go to the grocery store where there's real people. And
Great shot.
I don't know, do whatever, but why would you come here, man? If you don't like me, it makes absolutely no sense for you to be here. It's pointless. You know, you don't have something better to do on a Thursday than go watch a streamer that you don't care for? Oh, this is just a shootout.
Perfect shot.
Awesome, Darren. Yo, 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 KJ's in the house. Detroit being represented. Darren, I am definitely far from... If he says one more thing, we might not have a mod in here, but if he says one more thing, I'll take care of him. I can't do it from this program, but I'm not seeing anything else by him. Let's see here. Hole 4. We got to go back. We got to get out of the... quarterback and go back to the extra mile. What's going on, Tony? Good to see you, buddy. Indiana. And I believe we're going to go with a Titan. Yeah, Titan here. Let's open up this pin chest. What kind of trash are we going to get? Although I can't say trash because on this account, I don't have everything, you know, upgraded max that's common and everything. Oh, wow. Come on. You're going to let me play the golf courses just fine, but you're not going to let me open up this chest? Fine. I don't have to open the chest. Just let me play. All right. The mod is remaining anonymous, but thank you so much for getting rid of the scumbag. Scumbag sounds funny when you know, just say scumbag, but when you actually look up what it meant way back in the 40s or 30s or whatever, when they invented that word, it fits them perfectly. What's going on, David T? Come on, let me open up my darn chest. Good things can never last. What do we get? 3 holes in, trying to go to hole 4. See, Fun and James is one of my henchmen. Flash, of course I'm not ignoring you, buddy. Trying to scroll up to see what you said. Hi, RJ and all. Oh, yeah, I'm not ignoring you, Flash. Why would I ignore you? Okay, so apparently we might have won. I don't know what was in the chest because it's gone now. Let's see here. I need to eat up 33 seconds so these next ones can go towards a pin chest too. So I'm just going to double check. We got the extra mile in. We got the sniper. We got the Titan selected. Max distance after wind adjustment. Sniper. Possible sniper. Okay, I remember what hole this is. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. What's going on, JW? David Doyle? Philly in the house? All right. Full top spin, full right spin, adjust for wind, and then push it back to its max distance after. And I'm just going to overpower it slightly because last time we didn't make it up to that second shadow that I like to make it in.
Great shot.
Little concerned about hitting it great left, but I do have right side spin on it. So there's the first shadow. And once again, we did not make it to the next shadow. So we are going to need a little more spin on that. David Doyle, no, my boy Fun and James got me a tablet. I love using the tablet. Oh, absolutely, Jameer. Got to use the big dog on the second shot on the 9th hole. Scumbag deleted. I can't do the Terminator voice. Get in the chopper! Get in the chopper now! Doug Williams, thank you for the $2. Now get in the chopper! Doug Williams, let's get some flames from him. We need Arnold Schwarzenegger over Van Damme here, don't we? Take this job and shove it. Ain't nobody working here
Great shot.
no more. Thank you so much, Doug. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
Look at that guy's face right up there, man. Giving that nod of approval. Oh my god, I saw that in a GIF one time. I'm like, that is going on my channel. No one will get it except me, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. Okay, so there's minimum distance. I'd rather use the sniper, but I'm not 100% sure what minimum distance is. So I'm thinking we go full right with like 1.5 top spin right about here. We should be good. Let's go just right around 1 top spin. Get this shot off real quick. And I love using
Perfect
right
shot.
top spin because it lets me get my ball closer to the right than I would usually go without having to risk a great shot taking me off the side. I'm okay with that. I would rather... they call me chip. They don't call me putt. So, should have probably left that other 1 bar of topspin on, but it's all right. Oh, wow. Van Damme was the Predator? I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. I think I did hear that before somewhere. Yeah, David Doyle. Although the tablet always works perfectly fine on everything
Great shot.
except Golf Clash. So I don't believe that it's a tablet problem.
Nice on.
It's like they have to make 2 versions of the game. One, you know, one that goes in the Apple Store and one... Because if you try to download an Apple game onto your Android device, it just won't work. It's got different programming, so on and so forth in it. So, you know, you could have problems with one version and not another. But it's working great now.
Perfect shot. Birdie.
What's going on, Jeremiah? Yeah, Hammerhead's a sharp club there, Mike. Oh, thank you, Darren. I didn't know that. I'm just
Birdie.
the opposite, Herb. I actually get more shots in perfect with the tablet. It's when I got to use left curl that the tablet kind of hurts me because I got to twist it. That's why I'm happy I don't have one of those big screen ones. You know, this is perfect size and everything. So Van Damme was the Predator, but then they took him out and they cast someone else as the Predator. He's probably trying to show off too much karate moves. They're like, dude, this is an alien. He doesn't karate kick. He uses the little gun on his shoulder, and he has dreadlocks, and he's just cool.
Great
Ooh,
shot.
it's kind of nippy in here. I can guarantee you he did not want to get close to the hole
Nice
that way,
on.
but I bet it's good enough to win. And you can always check to see if it's a shootout if you can't, you know, adjust your ball. We'll see.
Perfect shot.
Yeah, we're not going to get as close. I'd like to use a driver there, but I like the ball guide and the accuracy
Nice on.
of the sniper, so that's why I went with the sniper, even though the wind was in my face, and tried to adjust with top spin, you know, for that extra distance, and it just didn't work. What's going on, John? All right. Hole 5, big topper. We're busting out the Berserker. Go crazy, Berserker. And I'm assuming every time we bust out the big topper with the Berserker, we're going to need the big dog. And now I'm actually reminded on what hole this is. So, yeah. Yeah. Nothing that I'm close enough to buying. Nothing I would actually want in there either. Let's get it. John, you're in the land down under, ain't you? What's going on, Archer? JV, what's up, buddy? Shad, good to see you, buddy. Is the volume on the game low? It's not drowning me out like it usually did. I thought I found a setting where I could turn it down. Full top spin. 2 right spin. No overpowering. And that should be good. And look, no overpowering is the key. This is 3 per ring, so this should land somewhere where the blue is. Last time this ball flew all the way into the sand yesterday.
Great shot.
Hitting it great kind of sucks, but... Okay, I'll take it. Thank you. Please stay out of the rough on that side. Oh, man. That sucked a little bit. What's going on, Greg K?
Perfect shot.
That one hurt my feelings. I really wanted to take advantage of the Berserker on more than just a drive. I'm going to get beat by a guy using a basic white ball. So, out of curiosity, I don't want to use max overpower, but I believe a little bit of overpower can get me to that spot.
Great
We
shot.
shall see. Oh, sometimes it's just not meant to be. This tour or this par 5 is eating me up. And he brought the wrong club, so he's not going to be saving me. Oh, man. I'm wondering if my Nirvana can at least reach the green right in front of the sand and can potentially bounce over.
Great shot.
Maybe I can salvage a par out of this. Maybe. If it'll reach, that is. Oh, yeah, we're reaching.
Perfect
Oh, wouldn't
shot.
that be awesome if that went in? Perfect shot. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Stay out of the rough. Oh, the backspin got us. I was afraid with no backspin, though, that the ball would roll all the way to the back. So, yikes. Yeah, Army, did you see how close that was? All right, take care, Benjamin.
Perfect shot.
All right, hopefully one of us can get this in the hole from where we're at, preferably me.
Perfect shot.
Birdie.
Birdie.
I needed that. I'll take it. Did not want a par on an eagle hole. Come on, get in the hole for this guy. Played pretty darn good for a basic ball.
Great shot.
I
Not
think we got
solid.
robbed. A ball isn't just going to bounce straight up and down there with the momentum carrying it forward. All right. So we wasted another berserker. Not overly happy about that. Hole 6 is our sniper hole, and then we're going to need to use the extra mile again, so might as well just switch these out now. Extra mile, sniper, and that's what we're going to need also for hole 7 and hole 8, and then we're going to go back to the big topper again. Oh, I got to get this ball out of here. I've seen Helios have too many problems trying to switch out of his berserkers on while playing, and it wouldn't let him. And berserkers are like gold as far as I'm concerned. Gems, whatever you want to call them. I wish they would sell them. I think I mentioned this before. I would have spent twice as much money on this game as I have right now if they would offer berserkers. You know, like offer every other golf ball the way you do with gems, and just offer the berserker, you know, cash only or something like that. You know, and don't make it ridiculous. I don't want to buy a $20 pack. Let me buy a pack for like $4, you know, and I'm only going to use them on special occasion.
Perfect shot.
Ooh. Not good. All right. We're using the rough bump. Because we're using the rough bump, I was going to say we're going to switch to a Kingmaker, but we're going to make do with this right here. Perfect shot.
Perfect
Get in
shot.
the hole. Let's make up for... No! Nowhere close to the hole. Get in the hole. Wasn't talking about some hole that a gopher dug out there in the woods. Jameer used the
Great
extra
shot.
mile on hole 5. What's going on, Max Ford? Good to see you.
Nice on.
Crap, I was hoping that would have went in. Now I gotta make this. Okay, so far so good. We don't have trees in our way. Talk about a blind shot, though. And hitting it great
shot.
sucks. Needed
Nice
a perfect
on.
shot there. Yeah, I thought with the side wind we'd be in good shape for that rough bump.
Par.
So if he got a par, I'm going to get a bogey, ain't I? No, this is for par.
Par.
All right, take care of yourself, Greg. Keep the refrigerator door closed. Warriors Original.
Great shot.
What's going on, Kevin Warren? How you doing, bud?
Nice on.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, your shootouts are a little better than the hole you played before. No breakfast! Jeez, old man! No, I did not hear there was another tournament on Monday, is there? I love back-to-back tournaments. I hope you're not pulling my leg, man.
Perfect
What's going
shot.
on, Scott DeWitt? How are you, bud?
Nice on.
Did you guys see this magic eraser that James got me? I can erase myself. Woo! There we go. Woo! I should have just like taped it to my forehead just to screw with people coming in and out. Too bad my name's not Colossus and I'm not made of metal. I could have just stuck it up there. Hole 7, extra mile Kingmaker. All right. This is one of those. This is one of them there overpower shots. Awesome, no breakfast. They've done back-to-back tournaments once before. I believe they did with the Spring Major, so that would be awesome. Absolutely, Darren. I don't think my autograph would ever be worth anything. That's the first time that was ever asked of me. I would love to. Thank you, JV. I don't know. I'm a goofball. I like goofing around. Here, you know, I might be able to stick it in my glasses. Can't play like that, but yeah, see? Right there is perfect. Got a hole in my head. I don't know. I don't know what happened. You know, I was watching TV. I heard someone get angry. I had a sharp headache there for a second, and well, this is what I look like now. What's going on, James Inman? Yeah, is it just me, or did they not? Is there not special balls for you to buy? The only balls that I seen that I could buy for this tournament were katana balls. Did they not come out with balls for the platinum? I mean, I think a platinum ball would be cool. Shad, I noticed that I had to upload the game, like I was ready to come on. And geez, oh man. But it didn't say it was an update, although I'm sure it was. There was a power ball? Okay, well, I don't need power balls unless it's power 5. Huh. Yeah, I didn't see them. Oh, that's odd. Okay, Ben. See, I still have a whole bunch of globe balls and stuff. All right, we're having issues here. Let me see. Restart the tablet. We're going to lose screen here for a moment. It'll be right back, I promise. Did I miss Ranger? What's going on, Ranger? Good to see you, bro. When I was a wee little lad, I told everyone my favorite hockey team was the Rangers. I didn't know any other hockey team names, but I knew the Rangers, so therefore they must have been important. I agree, Mike. I'd like to see a tournament for Halloween. Okay. There we go. Come on, Blademic. You know, Scott DeWitt, I haven't seen a single Buckeye game yet. All right. So, I think this was a Kingmaker hole. Let me make sure I got my extra mile and my snipper in. I do. Skidoo, skidoo. And I got to turn the volume back down because I restarted the tablet. There we go. All right, hopefully it won't be so loud now. Oh, no. Was it the first day of this tournament that I tried to qualify? We had 149 people in here. I think that was a record, but there was no way for me to check. Sometimes I just get like a ridiculous amount of, people
Great shot.
watching. And then other times like today, I'll get half that amount, not even. Which is fine. I like both. They both have their pluses and minuses. I just feel like I could be a lot more active in the chat right now when there's like about 70 people in here. Let me take this shot real quick. Full top, full left. This is a hard shot for me because I'm going to try to use my index finger, but I'm not sure my timing is going to be okay. So
Perfect shot.
land where you're supposed to land. Boom, boom, boom. I'll take it. Thank you. I am from Cleveland, Ohio. Wow, Flash, I had no idea you were in Austin, Texas. For some reason, I thought you were in California somewhere. Oregon is represented. Washington State, Mike Mandel. I know it's going to sound really weird, but yes, I lived in Spokane, Washington. Why do I talk like Donald Trump? Yes, I am going to sign this bill.
Perfect shot.
Thanks, James. I lived there for 2 weeks. And
Nice
yes,
job.
I can say live because I brought all my stuff. It was a one-way ticket, but I was young. And me and my dad weren't getting along, so I ran away after living there for 2 weeks.
Perfect shot.
I don't know what the rings are on this, and that would have been way too hot anyway. What circus did I join? Actually, I took a Greyhound out there, and I was probably about 15 or 16. I can't remember how old I was. And there was like some 20-year-olds that were sitting around me. One guy out in the country on the way out there, dude came on the Greyhound bus with no shoes on. I mean, I'm like, wow, okay. Is a Greyhound like an RTA in certain areas where, I don't know. But anywho, him and, a couple of his buddies were trying to get me to take acid. And I was a stupid kid. I'm very happy that I didn't. And my only excuse at the
Perfect
time
shot.
was,
Birdie.
I don't want to freak out on the bus. If we weren't on the bus, I would take it or whatever. But that's the weird thing about drugs. You wouldn't take a piece of candy from a stranger, but you'll take drugs from a stranger. I never understood that. Like, if a stranger came up to me and said, hey, I want to give you a sandwich, I'd be like, hell no, you probably put something in it. But drugs, something that'll make you feel like you've been drugged, possibly you're going to die, yeah, sure, why not? Like, what goes on in the human mind for people to think that's okay, that's normal? Then again, I wasn't a normal kid. I'm not a normal adult either.
Perfect shot. Nice on.
Yeah, Gordon, I'm sure. Herb says we're all just starting out. 51 is young. Lisa Marie, how you been? Good to see you. What's going on, Vince? Hope I didn't miss anyone else. Why Spokane? My father owned a Goodyear in Spokane, so I went to live with my dad. And after
shot.
about 2 weeks or so, I called up my friends, and
Nice
they gave
on.
me money for a train ticket. And let me tell you, a train is much safer and a lot more fun. On the train, I met this beautiful woman. I was 15, 16 years old. She had to be early 20s. I made friends with this older guy. I say older, but he was probably about how old I am now, probably about early 40s. We went down to the snack cart, and, it's just a place to hang out or whatever at night, kind of thing. And, see, Whole 8 Sniper Katana. There was this beautiful woman down there, and the guy's like, yeah, watch this or whatever. So, I'm like, okay. So he starts hitting on her, and she hits on me. And, you could tell we weren't together. It wasn't like he was my dad or anything like that. So, he was kind of pissed at me about that, but, I couldn't help it. But I was so awestruck. I thought she was so beautiful. She got off in St. Cloud, Minnesota. And I thought about getting off in St. Cloud, Minnesota, but I didn't. What's up, Tot? Yeah, it was called the snack cart. Don't they still have those? Like a little, like you go down a few stairs, there's like booths set up and a little snack bar there. Oops. Did I call it the wrong thing? Does it rain a lot in Spokane like it does west of the Cascades? Not that I noticed. Again, Tony, I was only there for 2 weeks, but I will tell you this. One of the most beautiful things I ever seen was the storms, and that was because they get stuck on the mountains, and you could be up really high. I was up on this mountain. One of my dad's friends lived on top of a mountain, and there was another mountain out yonder. I don't say yonder, but, out pretty far. And I could see the storm cloud and the rain coming down at a distance because I was at like the same level, eye level, as the storm cloud was. So that was just kind of an awesome thing to witness. On that same mountain, nature was not afraid of humans because they only knew this nice family. So while I'm on that mountain, they give me a bird feeder, and I'm holding it like this, and hummingbirds are coming up and eating right out of my hand. Well, the bird feeder. But the coolest thing that's never happened before is that they had a deer, and the deer let me pet it. And we have deer here, but ain't no deer letting me pet it. So yeah, that was pretty freaking awesome. That was very very cool to be able to pet a deer. And don't get me wrong, the hummingbirds were pretty cool too, but they were a little scary because they flap their wings so fast.
Perfect
it's like
shot.
they're like giant mutated bumblebees is like kind of what it feels like when you're sitting there holding the feeder out. Now, if you guys are wondering, I put 1 extra bar of topspin on here because in my notes I was going to bring a Kingmaker, but upon seeing what happened, I don't care. I'm gonna
Nice
keep
on.
it at 1 bar. We went up a little too high. What's going on, Peter Johnson? Tony, is in Seattle. Seattle's a beautiful place. Take care, Michael. Yeah, I've been to Seattle one time when I was really little. It was actually my very first plane ride. My grandmother lived in Seattle, and there's a picture of me and my mom. I think they were getting crabs off of a dock or something like that. And one of the crabs was like mutated
Perfect
somehow.
shot.
Like, I don't know, maybe it had a Siamese twin on it or something. Like, it looked really weird, you know, but I think I took a picture next to it.
Nice on.
Yeah, James, I prefer... JV's going to get mad, but I prefer the Mets over the Yankees. The Yankees are just the evil empire. He made the putt. I get nervous every time I putt from medium distance. Don't go to the east side much except Leavenworth. I live on the east side of Cleveland, southeast. While I was in Spokane, Washington, Spokane seems like it's like Akron, about the size of Akron. It might be a little bigger, I'm not sure, but the downtown isn't very impressive in terms of skyscrapers. When I ran away, I got a taxi to pick me up in the street. So I had to go to Western Union to get the money. And I went to the Western Union. Which was in the
Perfect
hood.
shot.
Like, you could tell the taxi driver really did not want to be there and everything. And all I had in front of me was a wait to get on a train. I didn't want to go get on the train and wait for hours or whatever while it just sat there. I had this picture in my mind of my dad coming up, you know, finding out that I ran away in the middle of the night and coming on the train and snatching me off. So I go to, you know, this little convenience store to get my Western Union. And then, you know, he's like, okay, where to now? And I had some money for cab fare. I'm like, you know what? And I was stupid. I was 15, 16 years old. I'm sorry if there's any children. But you know, I was like, I don't know that I've ever saw a prostitute. I'm like, don't worry, I don't want to pick one up. I just want to see one. I want to see if they look like they do in the movies. Do they, you know, dress all skimpy, or, you know, are they all, you know, hot
Perfect
models, you know, or whatever. And the dude's like, oh, we ain't got to drive very far. That store you just came out with. You see that woman right there that you walk past? I'm like, the ugly one? He's like, yeah. She's a prostitute. I'm like, really? He's like, well, technically he's a prostitute. He's a transvestite prostitute. And I'm like, yeah, let's just get on the train. So I got a lot of goofy stories. I remember some of these things. Thank you, Darren. I really appreciate that, man. Sometimes I kind of wonder. Sometimes I just go on, but other times I wonder, do these people really want to hear this? Or are they just like, shut up and play? All right. Big Topper, please don't burn me. And Big Dog, please let me use you. Oops. And I don't want to waste another Berserker. So let's get it right. Hole number 9, the halfway point. Right after this, I'm going to run upstairs and grab a drink because I'm empty. I'm just going to grab some seltzer water. Literally, it'll take me a minute to go back and forth. What's going on, Knuckles? No, Scott, it definitely wasn't the lady on the train. She was probably about 5'5" on the train, 5'6", whatever. The prostitute was like 6'2". I should have known, but like I'd never been around, you know, transvestites or anything like that. So, all right. Full top spin, 2 left spin. Last time we went full over power, we ended up in the rough. I don't understand. I'm gonna go a little over power. Hopefully that's not
Perfect shot.
okay. So we could have used more power, and that might hurt us a little bit. We're gonna need some curl. Got to find that sweet spot, but I still don't understand how I ended up in the rough last time, or in the sand. I mean, you know, there was more than one out there. Pizza! Yeah, mail me some pizza. I want some Denver pizza. Take care, Lisa. Oh, man. Yeah, there's I had a lot of stories, you know, when I was younger, but a lot of
Great
it
shot.
was because of stupid stuff. Like, I shouldn't have ran away, you know? I should have just done it right. Should have just been like, look, man, you know, Dad treated me like a drill sergeant. And, you know, I made amends with my dad, and I'm very happy I did, because he passed away at the young age of 45. Let me figure this out here first. So, I have no idea where this is going to go. I don't think I needed that
Great
much
shot.
curl. One bounce. We missed the... Okay, so we're going to need to chip it in from the sand. We missed altogether on that. Going to have to get that ball up a little further. But anyway, so I thought I was going to live with my father because I wanted to. I couldn't stand my stepfather. And, you know, I always threatened it. And, you know, one time, you know, that was it. I was moving. But I later found out that my mother and grandmother wanted me out of there because I was a bad kid. So I was kind of shipped there, but I didn't know I was shipped there. I thought I was going on my own free will. And he just was like, well, your mother and grandmother told me how bad you were. You know, like, you really needed to be reformed, like, really, really bad. Sorry, let me just... Oh, God. No lag on that shot. I let go too late.
Nice on.
So, you know, when I got there, my dad was a total, you know, he treated me like crap. And it was so weird because sometimes he would treat me really good, buy me whatever I wanted, and then other times he would get in my face, step on my toes, like when we were face to face, and, you know, like we would be nose to nose, and he'd be like, you're a boxer, huh? So you think you could beat me? You want to beat me right now? And, you know, I'm like, this is my father. I don't care if I grow to be 7 foot tall. I'll never be able to kick my father's butt. So, you know, things like that just happened very, very often. It was boring out there. You know, Spokane, Washington, it was actually a suburb of Spokane. I can't remember the name. But my dad was very well off. He wasn't like rich, but he was a
Perfect
millionaire
shot.
in assets. And he had a nice sized boat. Not like a yacht or anything, but, you know, kind of like those speedboat type boats.
Nice on.
So aside from when we would go out on the boat and stuff like that, you know, I would just be at home. I got really good at pool because he had a pool table. But, yeah, that's how we made amends. My dad was like, I was a jerk to you because
Birdie.
I thought I had to be a drill instructor, you know, and he's like, you weren't as bad as they made you sound. Oh, absolutely, Herb. I'm very happy that you know, that I got past that stage of my life. And the experience of doing such things, I feel, makes me a little bit better person now.
Birdie.
Because, what's going on, Juan? Hey, Lee. You know, I've been on that side, and I thought I was right. I thought I was right and everyone was wrong. And, you know, you learn a lot of lessons in life by doing the wrong thing sometimes, too. It made me the man who I am today, you know. And if you would have asked me back then when I was a kid, I would have said I was a good guy, you know. I was just misunderstood. But I mean, for as bad as I thought I was, my dad was way better. He paid a guy to fix his boat one time. And I guess the guy was holding on to it forever. So he just drove his car through the gate. It had a little, you know, chain and padlock on it. And some guy came
Perfect
running
shot.
out, you know, and got in my dad's face and was, you know, doing this. And my dad grabbed him by his finger, broke his finger, hooked the boat up to his car and drove it home. Yeah, my dad was a badass.
Nice on.
Just guesswork
Perfect
there.
shot.
So my dad also used to live in a town called Cicero, Indiana. And, ooh, I hate that number. In Cicero, Indiana, there's nothing but corn. You know, at least where I live. Where my dad lived, where I was visiting. And I don't know that I'd ever shot a gun. I was probably like 12 years old or something. And, you know, because it's in the middle of nowhere, you could fire a gun in your backyard and nobody's going to care. So I'm at -10 after 9, couple mistakes. Let's take a peek here. Yeah, I didn't get the eagle on 5, the eagle on 9, and the birdie. So 1, 2, 3. Should have been a -13, but wasn't. So anyway, my dad had a 357. I think it was called a long nose or something like that. And, you know, they're sitting there shooting. And you get this little target on top of a handgun. And I had good vision and everything. But, you know, I thought it would, the closer I was to the target, the better shot would be. You know, so I have this big gun, this big 357, Dirty Harry's gun. And I'm like this, aiming. So my dad didn't say anything, you know, like, hey, buddy, don't shoot it that close to your face or whatever. He, you know, you learn the way you learn. And it did kick back and kind of hit me in the forehead instead of the nose. And it didn't hurt that bad, but my God, the ringing in my ears lasted for hours. I thought I had like permanent damage. That was, that scared me a little. It was more the ringing in my ears that bothered me than anything else. All right, back 9. Oh, man, we got some cleaning up to do, don't we? Well, we just played these holes, so hopefully whatever mistakes we made, we can correct. Scranton, is that close to Spokane? People only know, not Spokane, I'm sorry, Cicero. Cicero is well known for us older folk, probably like 40 and up. There was a TV movie that was on about this poor kid named Ryan White. And this was like when AIDS was brand new. And I guess he had a blood transfusion and he got AIDS. And nobody knew much about AIDS at the time. They thought you could get it from a sneeze or sweat or whatever. So it was about him getting kicked out of school. No, you know, all his neighbors shunned him and his mom and everything. But he was from Cicero, you know, and he fought to go back to school and won, and, you know, a lot of people hated him. Yeah, 357 Knuckles. A 357 only
Great
comes in a
shot.
revolver, don't it? There's no 357s with the clip, I don't think. And back then, I think you got like 7 years. You know, 7 years and you were done. You were dead. Okay, now here I'm only putting like 2 bars of top spin on, because I don't want to be in between clubs. Oops, going this way. Land right about there would be good, so we'll make our adjustment.
Perfect shot.
Yeah, he was in Cicero, Indiana. That's where the, you know, he got kicked out of school and everything. Is that what they called him there? The AIDS kid? I wouldn't know, and I wouldn't be upset. You know, because back then it was a very scary thing. Everyone thought they were going to die. You know, if they shook the kid's hand or whatever. I mean, you should be nice to the kid, but at the same time, you know, people thought you could get AIDS from a greasy spoon. What's going on, Gary?
Perfect shot.
Lee, yeah, obviously, I'm a big time Browns fan as well. But I don't know. You know, I think we got out to a hot start. Not certain. I don't think we're going to finish very good. But as a Cleveland Browns fan, I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be happy. But I definitely think we're going to finish under 500. I think we might win 5 to 6 games this year. If we hit 7, I'll be pleasantly surprised.
Nice on.
That's a good point, Army. You can get AIDS from sitting on the toilet if the guy before you hasn't got up yet. That's very, very true. But, you know, like for Ryan White, this poor kid, you know, what was he, in middle school or high school? You're like 13, 14 years old, dying of some relatively unknown disease. Everyone's shunning you. You're getting sicker and sicker and skinnier, and, you know, you don't know. Oh, my God, I can't imagine. Thanks, Tony. Enjoy your dinner, bud. Wow, Knuckles knows his stuff. The only 357 I've ever known or shot was my dad's. He had other guns, smaller guns, like a 9. He busted out the 357 for me. Yeah, I mean, at the very beginning of the season, I thought we could have been a potential playoff team that, you know, that would lose in the first round and make it, you know, like maybe just scrape in as a wild card. But I think we're coming back down to earth. And, you know, we do have some problems on the offensive line. I think we need another wide receiver. Getting rid of Josh Gordon, excuse me, especially for a 6th round draft pick to the Patriots or whatever it is. Not very smart. I like our running back situation. I wish we would use Nick Chubb a little more. But then again,
Perfect
as long
shot.
as he's not disgruntled and wants to stick around in Cleveland, I'll be happy with that too. Our defense was awesome at the beginning of the season, and now
Nice on.
not so much. Indiana. Yep. Isn't Indiana split either in half or in 1/3 and 2/3 in like the eastern part of Indiana is in Eastern time, but then if you live more closer to the west side of Indiana, you're in Central time, because I'm pretty sure we're in Cicero. There's a time change. Oh, Army remembers it. Yeah, it had that woman. She was so hot back in the day from Who's the Boss? The one that Tony Danza, they would kind of flirt. And Who's the
Perfect
Boss?
shot.
Obviously, yep. Wow, Army's really good. Yep, 100%. The Ryan White story. I only remember that because that movie scared the hell out of me. I didn't
Nice
know what
on.
anxiety was back then, but I guess I had some symptoms of it, because right after that movie, my mom got up and was like wiping down the table, and, just doing last type, before bed type things. It was on at like 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock or something like that. And I was literally following my mom around, like holding onto her shirt or something, like in the back, like, Mom, I think I have AIDS. Mom, what if I have AIDS? And oh man. Back then you just looked at me as kind of like a quirky child or whatever. And it kind of hit me when I was young. Then when I got to like preteen and teenage years, I was really rebellious and really, no anxiety. Things that should have given me anxiety didn't. Let's see. And then when I hit my 20s, I fell right back into it. Hole 11 extra mile Titan. Okay, guys. I'm going to throw my Guardian in here real quick. And I'm going to grab that seltzer water. It'll be 1 second. I'll be right. Well, not 1 second. Give me 15 seconds. All right, sorry about that, guys. Nikki Cox. I don't know who that is. Yes, Judith Light. I didn't know Sarah Jessica Parker was in it. I didn't know any actresses or actors back then, really. Although I just noticed the hot mom from Who's the Boss was in there. All right, so here we're going with 2 top spin, 2 left spin, slight overpower, and tiny left curl. Andrea, what's going on? Good to see ya. But they've definitely come a long way with their research, because, I mean, look at Magic Johnson.
Great
All right,
shot.
the wind was blowing a little to the right, so I'm okay with the great shot there, I think. This is why I bring the Guardian. We clip the rough on our second bounce, which takes us out of the range, I believe, of the Saturn. But with the Guardian, who cares? Yeah, Max. I mean, that's why I say I'm very sympathetic to Ryan White and his mother. It's just awful to have to go through the disease. you know,
Great shot.
the kid just had a blood transfusion, you know, which was a big deal back then, but, you know, you go through the blood transfusion and you wake up from whatever surgery or whatever it was on and you're fine, and that wasn't the case. But at the same point in time, I understand the panic. Like, if some brand new disease came out now, you know, and my kids were going to school and everything, I wouldn't want my kid next to their kid, you know, if I thought that it was like an airborne type thing, or, you know, even if they were saying it's not.
Perfect shot.
What's going on, Patrick?
Nice on.
How long have we been going? An hour and 36 minutes? Man, I gotta... Nope, I can't say those words. Almost said it, James. I almost said it.
Perfect shot. Nice on.
I guess if I'm going to tell a bunch of stories, I should probably do that on qualification, not opening and weekend.
Birdie.
My putting sucks on a tablet. I'm not saying it, James. I'm not saying it. But I am thinking it.
Birdie.
Hey, Kaiser Wilhelm. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm not playing awful. I feel like there are some shots I could do, you know, much better. But at the same time, I'm not like that worried that I'm not going to, you know, qualify or anything. But, you know, if I want to do good on the weekend, I got to clean some of this up. Geek Army, how far back are you? I got my seltzer water a while ago. Says RJ has to go make a boo-boo. Oh, man. That was a while ago. I got my boo-boo right here.
Perfect shot.
Todd says, if you need me, I'll be in the bathroom boo-booing. Hey, boo-boo.
Nice on.
I mean, it's really just a shootout, so I don't care. I'm not hard up for money on this account.
Perfect
Are
shot.
we going to be bushwhacking? All right. Well, the sniper's ball guide
Nice
would have
on.
been a little more accurate for me on that. Darren, man, I bet your legs fell asleep. All right, hole 12, quarterback hole. And every time we use a quarterback, we use a katana. Open up this pin chest. We actually get to see the cards this time. Nothing great, but, you know, can't be too worried about that. I wish they had mulligans. What's the deal with AIDS? The most I ever heard on this topic. We're just talking about a movie that I saw when I was a kid. Oh, I played this way the last time we had this hole. I'm not going to take the chance. Well, I think HIV and AIDS are different. HIV is when you have, you know,
Great
the
shot.
virus in your body and it's replicating, but you're not necessarily sick or showing symptoms. But when you get AIDS, that's like the end of the life. That's when you get the really rare forms of cancer. Yeah, it's bad. What was it? 4 backspin? Yep. Now, we messed up last time and ended up in the rough. So I'm just going to adjust for 5 rings. And I got to go 6. But, okay, we hit a perfect.
Perfect
Last
shot.
time we hit it great. Ooh, that was still closer than I wanted to go. Instead of using the red line to line up, even though it got us super close here,
Nice on.
I think I'm going to go 1 line out further. Just a little too scary for me. But yeah, you know, I was just telling a lot of stories about my childhood and everything, and that's definitely one of the more memorable ones, because I honestly, that night, oh my God, I thought I was going to die of AIDS. You know, my mom was trying to reason with me. She's like, how would you have got it? And I'm like, well, I don't know. Maybe I got bit by a mosquito. But we're not bashing AIDS, and we're not promoting AIDS or anything like that. We're just talking about the Ryan White story. And how hot Judith Light was back in the day.
Perfect shot. Nice on. Birdie.
I've never had that happen to me, Sammy, and that would suck. I would be really upset if that had happened to me. Darren says, oh no, we are playing Batman. No, Dave. Wow, you seem kind of sensitive to the topic. Like I said, we're not bashing anyone who has it or anything. It was just a TV show that was on. And, you know, I felt bad for the kid. I felt bad for the parents, but I also understood the side, you know, the other parents that didn't understand the disease. They thought that their kid would die just by going to high school with this child. All right, so extra mile. And let's go back to the snipper. And let's get a Titan back out. And we're going to try a little more overpower on this one. Oh, okay. Yeah, we can change the topic. Let's see. Oh, that would make me really mad if they started trolling while I was going through that. I always want my opponent to do really well. You know, it was the qualifying round, I believe. It was a tougher hole, not a ridiculously tough hole, but he hit the ball, and then I was lining up my shot, and he forfeited, you know, and I got an eagle or whatever. You know, or someone got an albatross when I ended up in the rough. So, You know, those things are always awesome when they happen. That sucks, Mike. Talk about Texas. My daughter's down there. My
Perfect
son-in-law
shot.
is serving at Fort Hood. I'm starting to think a Big Topper might be a better club to use here. All right, that was a
Great
lot
shot.
more overpowered than last time. Probably about 50%. And we still fall short of that shadow I like to end up in. I don't want to go crazy and end up in the rough. It's a pretty big fairway, though. Susan Sarandon. Ah, that name sounds so familiar. I'll have to look that up. James is in Walmart, but not in Texas. Yeah, everything I've ever seen about Texas has just made Texas seem so awesome. But Texas, here we go. I'm going to be Debbie Downer now. Texas scares me, man. They got scorpions, killer bees, rattlesnakes.
Great shot.
It's like either you deal with cold weather like we have up
Nice
here in
on.
Cleveland, or at the very least you're going to have to deal with like black widow spiders. Now, technically, in this area, it's not uncommon to see... Well, I don't want to say it's not uncommon, but you normally don't see black widow spiders. But I've never seen a black widow in my life, and I hope to keep it that way.
Perfect shot.
Oh, do not want a long putt. Hopefully that's
Nice
downhill
on.
or something, because I hate putts. It puts the lotion in the basket. It does it as is told. Hey, where's my auto trader? We had a deal. I love Joe Dirt. I know the original movie was Silence of the Lambs, but Joe Dirt did a little parody on that had me cracking up.
Birdie.
Yes, JW, the lady from Who's the Boss. I had a crush on her when, what was it, the 80s? Obviously, I had the same crush on Alyssa Milano, who is closer to my age. I think she was a little older than me. I was probably as old as that annoying little blonde kid when that was on. What's up, Shabe? I hope I'm saying your name right. Is it Shabe? You're right. I was, yeah. The dude thought he had a nuclear bomb strapped to his back. That was hilarious. I ain't afraid to blow us all up. I need to know who my mother is. That's not a bomb. That's an old septic tank. It's like, oh, I
Perfect
got
shot.
poo all over me. He was driving around that muscle car. He loved it. And the security guards were making fun of it.
Nice
He's like,
on.
I got a name for that car of yours, boy. I'm going to call it Rusty. And Joe Dirt's like, it'll buff out. Joe Dirt, one of the best movies I've ever seen. Okay, I think I know, Michael Bolton, who Susan Sarandon is now that you said that.
Great shot.
Isn't she a little older than Judith White? I never saw My So-Called Life, but I loved The Wonder Years, and I had a crush on Winnie, too. But I mean, every Hollywood actress is pretty much hot, you know? Especially back in the 80s, so, you know, having a crush on, ooh, which crush is coming up next, you know? Hole 14, up, here we go, big topper. Can't remember if we got in trouble with this one or not. I think we got in trouble with almost every bit. Yeah, we did. So some kind of an adjustment needs to be made. Let's go back and make sure the big dog's in, which it's not. Very important shot. Anytime there's a berserker in there. So, yeah, let's see. Full top spin, 2 right spin. One half overpower. No overpower. Okay. No, I think we did get this one. No, we did. We rolled into the rough. So we landed the shot good, but we rolled into the rough. So instead of 2 right spin, I might use a little more right spin. Or I might set up closer to the right side. But that no overpower.
Perfect shot.
Did I do no overpower last time? Something's telling me just by looking at it. Claire Danes. Whenever I hear, was she the judging Amy? Okay, so we definitely got the distance. We just got to make sure we hit it perfect. We did.
Perfect shot.
We hit the first spot. Now stay away from the rough. Beautiful. Okay, clean that shot up. Andrea says Kevin Costner was super hot way back when. I just saw Tin Cup for the first time a few months ago. I loved Bodyguard, although I think he was a little older in Bodyguard. Oh, I could do Joe Dirt quotes all day. I'm your cousin. No, not cousin. I'm your sister. I'm your sister.
Great shot.
Connolly. Yeah, I used to watch, you know, like, they would... Okay, James. They would show, like, scary movies and stuff, and there would always be a host like Elvira. There was this one woman named Rhonda Shear. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my goodness. Rhonda was hot. Hot. Anyone hear of Rhonda Shear? She used to be up all night.
Perfect shot.
Something's telling me I'm going to land all the way on the back side of the green here. Okay, well, you know what? In all honesty, I would rather try to chip in from there than have the ball have went crazy. What's going on, Marvin Hoffer? Barbara Eden. I'll have to look her up. Lucille Ball. I only knew her old. Farrah Fawcett. I can see that. I don't know who Bo Dirk is. I've heard the name, but I don't know who she is.
Perfect shot.
Oh, Kathy Ireland? Absolutely. I Dream of Jeannie. Yeah, Lee remembers Rhonda. Rhonda, man, she just made anyone feel all warm and fuzzy.
Great shot. Nice on.
So we get the birdie here instead of the par. We got the birdie last time, though. Didn't we? I thought we did. Dolly Parton. When I was in Indiana, they played a bunch of country. And what song was popular over there? Some song called Why'd You Come In Here Looking Like That? I thought that was really catchy. Yeah, Michael Bolton, man, from your profile picture, you look like you're my age. But a lot of these people
Perfect shot.
that you're mentioning, I never saw them young.
Birdie.
Oh, I thought that was it. So we need to get the eagle.
Birdie.
Blue Lagoon. Ah, there was a... Wasn't there a pretty girl also in on Golden Pond? I can't remember who was in it. It was their daughter. Was that Judith Light as well? Yeah, Andrea. Yeah, Russell Crowe was always a big name. I love the movie Gladiator. I know a lot of women fawned over him.
Great shot.
Thank you, Jameer.
Nice on.
Oh, there's only one backspin here. I gotta use the big dog. Stop it.
Perfect shot.
Jane Fonda. I thought Fonda was the old lady in that one.
Nice on.
Wow, being able to do that with the big dog is definitely a confidence booster. Weird Science. I don't think I ever saw that. I definitely know what it is. I've heard of it. But Revenge of the Nerds. Oh my God, I loved when they had the musical number that they were doing. They spiked their hair and they had the little piano guitar thing. That was a catchy song. I like that a lot. All right, hole 15. Sniper rough bump with a... I'm going to go with the Kingmaker this time. And the reason being is I want more wind resistance. So I'm still going to try the rough bump. I know this is, you know, I'm not really that concerned that I'm not going to make it into the weekend. If I screw up on the rough bump again here, then that tells me, you know, for the weekend, I'm just done. I never saw Aquaman, but yeah, Thor, I could see that. Kelly LeBrock. I don't know who that is. Katharine Hepburn was the old lady in On Golden Pond, right? What's going on, Jesse Booth? Booth. Both. How could I call it? Wow. Oh, Jesse put on his work boots.
Perfect shot.
Yeah, Melina Trump is definitely pretty. Now, last time I aimed at the top of the rough. This time I'm going to go in the middle-ish. So I didn't want to fall back into the sand. Let's see where this ends up. Uh-oh, what's wrong?
Nice on.
Did I miss something? Whip it! Whip it good! Do-do-do-do-do! Do-do! Do-do-do-do-do! Hey, watch the cord, bud.
Great shot.
So if the dog
Nice on.
ran back and forth, they wouldn't pull my laptop on the ground. Jessica Rabbit. Oh man.
Birdie.
I should be ending right now. But I think I got 3 more holes to go. Now we're just talking about like childhood crushes. Let's see here. Hole 16. Extra mile Kingmaker. Let's go. See, the problem is I started at 7:30. I should have started at 7. Every time I see Jane Fonda, I think of Sir Mix-a-Lot saying Fonda ain't got a motor in the back of her Honda. I don't know why, but that's my thing. Is this me or him? Oh, every time I move my fingers, it would move. What's up, Rick McIntosh? I'm doing good. How are you? I'm going to have to look up Bo Derek, and I'm going to have to look up 10 Dave. Heather Thomas from the Fall Guy. I know the Fall Guy had someone
Great
really pretty
shot.
in there. It was the Fall Guy. There was the $1 Million Man. There was, wasn't there like a $6 Million Man too or something like that? Oh, I can't lay up. I did this shot before. It was, let's see. Don't jinx me, buddy.
Great shot.
All right, I think the wind will still put us okay. Made that. Clipped the rough, but I think we're in thorn territory here. Oh, Paula Abdul, I had... Whoa, what? Woohoo! Don't know what happened there, but okay. That freaked me out. Oh, yeah, wasn't there a thing with Jane Fonda sitting with, like, the Viet Cong or something like that? She took a picture with them or something, sitting on some anti-aircraft stuff.
Great shot. Nice on.
Oh, don't worry about it, Darren, man. Say anything you want. I mean, you know, obviously, I don't mind tips. Sometimes I follow them, sometimes I don't. I'm pretty I'm pretty set in my notes right now. But, you know, I love constructive criticism. Kind of a ridiculous shot, but I feel better dunking than I would just kind of swatting it in.
Perfect shot.
Dynasty. Oh my God, you're going back. Dynasty, Dallas. My mom used to watch all those soap operas. The Love Boat.
Birdie.
Selma Hayek, yeah. If you guys ever saw Cruel Intentions, that was probably the prettiest that, who was that girl? Not Selma Hayek. I know she was in it. Reese Witherspoon looked really good there. Oh, please
Great
go in
shot.
anyway. Please go in anyway. I'll take
Birdie.
that. Yeah, Darren, as long as you have enough backspin behind you that you don't go into the rough, and you got yourself a thorn, I say go for it. You know, if you're really lucky, the ball will roll almost all the way back to the pin. In that case, we were on the fringe, which, you know, made me happy.
Perfect shot.
Petticoat Junction. That sounds familiar, but I don't know why. Sarah Michelle Gellar. Yeah,
Nice
she was
on.
wow in that movie too. Selma Hayek, they did their best to make her not look good in that movie, I feel like. Bobby Ewing. Oh, yeah, I remember my mom talking about Bobby Ewing. Ah, Bobby Ewing. J.R. Ewing. Oh, Fun and James, you're
Perfect
not
shot.
alone there. Well, we successfully changed the topic. I hope we're not offending anyone who's just watching
Nice on.
and not, you know, not talking. It's so weird. You know I need to get with the times, but I'm a kid of the 90s, and talking about stuff like this, you know, it was never meant to be offensive. It was never objectifying anyone, so if anyone is offended, let me know and I'll try to zip it. But you know, it just seems kind of Now I got the sunglasses on because of this bad boy here. This is in my face for 2 hours, and man, will it blind you. Now that I just melted my camera. Hole 17, Sniper Katana. Move on to 18, and we'll be good. Where's that Katana? So as we're finishing up, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up if you haven't already. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. But please vote one way or the other. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for hanging out. Mike, my uncle, was the station manager at WKRP in Cincinnati. Oh, Dana Patrick. Yeah. Yeah. She used to do the Formula cars. Hey, Sandra, how are you? Frankie says relax. Who's Frankie? Awesome, Rick. Lonnie Anderson. Yeah, she was with Burt Reynolds. Is she still alive? Jennifer Love Hewitt, absolutely. Before the Ghost Whisperer. I mean, even in the Ghost Whisperer, but... And then the Gilmore Girls, was she in or something like that?
Perfect shot.
Oh, thank you, Traco. But, you know, I mean, you know you've made it when you got haters.
Nice on.
I'm not saying I've made it. I'm not no cutie pie or anything like that. But, you know, for people to chime in, like earlier today, we had someone chiming in, La Cucaracho or whatever the heck his name is. And, you know, it kind of, in a way, he kind of made me feel happy, you know? I mean, of all things that hater could have been doing, he decides to hop on YouTube when I'm streaming and come into my stream, even if he had bad intentions.
Perfect shot.
I believe, oh, Daisy Duke. Daisy Duke. James is definitely streaming, I believe, right after me. Ooh, so close.
Nice on.
She didn't age too well, though. Then again, I mean, neither did I, but... I don't know, is it just me? Do you guys remember any of the Dukes of Hazzard where Bo or Luke kind of had, like, they never did anything, but they kind of flirted a little with Daisy? Am I mistaken on that? I kind of, I don't know, I kind of remember getting that vibe as a kid. Oh, Knuckles, the Playdemic video, you won't find that on my channel. I actually made that for them, which was a very awesome honor. Was very happy about that. And it was a lot of work. You know, I made a video, and then there was a few things that I did not have the proper equipment to make the corrections they wanted me to correct, so I had to start it over again. And they renegotiated with me, which was awesome, you know, to make it worthwhile. You know, David, I was always upset when I hear Brad Pitt left Jennifer Aniston. I just thought she was the cutest. Especially, one of my favorite movies that she was in, it wasn't my favorite movie because of her, but Office Space, man. If you've ever worked in a cubicle, even one day in your life, and you haven't seen that movie, man, can you relate to it?
Nice on.
Kurt Russell, he was in an awesome movie called Soldier that I had never seen before. But it was actually a really good movie. I think he was kind of younger in there. I'll always remember him from Big Trouble in Little China and Overboard with Goldie Hawn. Another big name cutie.
Perfect shot.
Yeah, Courtney Cox.
Nice on.
Natalie Portman. That name sounds so familiar, but I can't peg her either. I know who she is, but it's like, it's not in my head. Courtney Cox was awesome in Scream. I think minus 20 will get us to the weekend. I'm not assuming that I'm going to make an eagle here. It would be nice if I could. The problem is I need a little more overpower here, but I also don't want to end up in the sand, and I totally could end up in the sand. So here we go. Right after me, guys, James is going to be streaming. It's going to be very cool over there. I hope you guys all join us on Fun and James stream. He's awesome. He's hilarious. I love watching him. Cool dude. Darth Vader's wife. Okay. Anakin. Yeah, Pamela Anderson. Whew. And Pamela Anderson. Who was the two ladies that were in Wild Thing? I can't remember their names, but both. Wow. Oh, what were their names? One starred with Jennifer Love Hewitt, I think. And then, oh my God, there's those two. And then there's the one that was on The Water Boy. His girlfriend. Honestly, I can't answer for Rookie. I'm not sure, bud. I wish I was. I wish I did know. Okay, so full overpower gets me into the rough somehow. Into the sand. Not quite sure how, but it does. But I'm going to take it back even a little bit further this time. Please don't go in the rough. I don't even want to watch. See, it seems like am I getting them confused? Like, maybe I went into the rough overpowering and I'm expert and I'm confusing it with here. Okay, so I do see the flag, so we won't have to put as much curl on it. Demi Moore, definitely. Nev Campbell was one. Yes, Nev Campbell. And who was the one that was with Charlie Sheen? Christina Applegate, David. Whoopi Goldberg. Denise. Wasn't her name Denise something? The one that was with Nev Campbell?
Great shot.
Her name was like Frejaka Falk or something like that. That's why you want to put left spin on, guys. That ball technically could run all the way down into the water. Okay, so you can full overpower on... thank you, Knuckles. Denise Richards. Thank you, Michael Bolton. All right, we have a better shot at the eagle here. We want that second bounce to land in the rough. I'm going to need a little bit of curl, but not much.
Perfect shot.
Come on. Oh, we missed the rough again. And we'll be taking it with the Malibu. That sucks. This is going to be a hard shot to make, too. Last hole, buddy. Yeah, I don't like the view. JW is Jack Black. Awesome. Thanks for being in the clan, bud. Thank you, all of you who are in the clan. Zsa Zsa Gabor. I just remember her as an old lady smacking a cop and thinking she could get away with it. All right, James says, give me 10. It's litter box time. Yeah, Faraja Balk. I don't know how to say the name of it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Gordon. Litter box time. I'm thinking you got to use the bathroom. Okay, well, we have a very favorable wind here. When the wind is directly at your back or directly in your face, a perfect shot should go in. So, come on, perfect. Let's finish strong with an eagle.
Great shot.
Perfect shot would have went in.
Nice on.
Elizabeth Taylor. Wow. Michael Bolton, did you find the Fountain of Youth? Or is that a picture of your son in the in your profile picture? I don't believe it. Seeing all these. Ooh, battery's dying at the perfect time. Final hole. KB Chef, take care of yourself, man. That's way more important than watching the stream. I got a bit of a cold myself. I got like an itchy spot in my throat for the past probably about a week. Darren, I watch the weekend, I'm sorry, I play the weekend rounds anywhere from 5 to 8 p.m. depending on what I got going on that day. But I will be on both Saturday and Sunday. Tomorrow, I'm on basically 6 out of the 7 days a week when there's a tournament. And I took Monday off,
Great
so
shot.
I'm on every day. And all these times are Eastern time. Aki, settle down. I don't want him to stage dive onto my cord. So we did get the birdie, but we should finish.
Birdie.
Not finish, but it's start, whatever, get up there. That's awesome, Darren. I appreciate you, all of you guys. Vince, you know, I don't want to name all the names because I don't want to leave anyone out. But the fact that you guys kept the conversation going. I couldn't sit here and converse with you guys like this if you weren't here. You know, so the fact that you're coming in and hanging out and talking back and everything, as much fun as you guys are having, I'm having just as much fun. That's why I do this. You know, I don't have to do this. I could find another game to play, or I could just not do games altogether. I love doing this. You guys are freaking awesome, and I really appreciate each and
Great
every
shot.
one of you guys. Awesome, James. Nothing wrong with that, Darren? Okay, what happened? Did he disconnect? Okay. So we did hit -20, which I'm not very excited about. I'll take a look at the scorecard and then I'll play the outro music. We did take over first place, but I really don't think we're going to finish there. And I don't think that's going to be a very good tiebreaker. Let's see, did we clean up any areas? We got lucky on hole 2. That was like a great eagle that just went in out of nowhere. So I'm not going to fault myself for getting a birdie on 11. We did fix 6. We did not fix 14 because we needed, that's an eagle hole. And we're still struggling getting that eagle on hole 9 and 18. But overall, pretty good. I'll be doing expert tomorrow, so that'll be nice and fun. Thank you guys so much. I had a blast. You know, it was like some people go to the bar and they hang out with their buddies. And it's like, this is my bar. You know, I don't drink. I would be out of place if I went to a bar. I don't smoke cigarettes or anything like that. So just coming here and hanging out with you guys is like, you know, my adult time just to hang out. And I really, really appreciate you guys. I just want to take a quick moment here. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to do that. I want to take a quick moment here to thank Fun and James so much. Thank you, James. I really appreciate this care package that you sent with all these cool little things. As well as I would also like to thank Randy Stibb and Douglas Williams for your donations. Thank you so much. And also Brendan Dellinger, if he's still here, thank you so much for becoming a member. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Everyone who talked with me in the chat, you all rock. Now let's go watch some Fun and James, guys. Have a wonderful night. Take care.
Feel me like a Hellcat. Like a Hellcat. Like a Hellcat. Hellcat.
Oh,